He's going to get worked up too quick, and that is going to be his demise, I think.
He's going to think that I'm coming out swinging. It's not going to be like that, bro. We'll see round 1, round 2 stoppage, bro. I'm going to go in, bro. I'm going to show this kid what boxing is.
I'm going to keep working with that jab. I'm going to keep him at arm's length, man.
You better be ready, bro. I'm training hard. I'm coming in hard.
Personal, yeah. To be honest with you, yeah, it's personal, yeah. It was just music, but now it's gone toxic and it's gone into something, and this is the perfect opportunity to sort that out.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, if the fight is anything like what we've been treated to in the build-up between these two, then Riley, we are in for an absolute treat.
Absolutely. Apparently this beef is 10 years old, which means Little T would have been about 12 when it started. So his entire life he's been beefing with this guy. Everybody in the local scene seems to know about the drama. They seem to know about the beef, and we're here on Misfits to finally settle it.
I know, and obviously it gained a lot of attention. They've almost had a fight outside of the ring. Obviously it's going to be very different this time, but Little T was just saying there that he's not going to come out swinging. He wants to make this an actual proper fight.
Which, hopefully, he's been training. Hopefully, he has a game plan. Hopefully, he's preparing for a proper boxing match, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of animosity and anger, and when that's the case, sometimes you can throw it all out there, gas out, and not be prepared. So it's going to be who is actually more fundamentally sound at boxing, or who's ready for a fight more.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes when we see this like beef before a fight, it's not real, and afterwards they're all pally and friendly. But this time around, Riley, it feels very, very real.
If they've been beefing for a decade, and then this fight means that they're buddy-buddy afterwards, one, that would just show how amazing boxing is, but two, I don't think it's going to happen. I think these two are going to be just heat the whole time. We might see a rematch, maybe a trilogy, we don't know. I can't wait for this one.
Who have you got? Who have you got?
I don't know, I can't say.
Yeah.
The fans, it's got to be Little T.
Really?
I'll go with Little T.
Okay, he's picking one. Little T, it is time to get this one settled. It's Little T versus Afghan Dan, the one we've all been waiting for. Ben, it's time for the tail of the tape.
10 years of bad blood from Blackpool goes down here tonight. Little T, 21 years young. Afghan Dan just south of 30. Little T came in at 143.9. Dan at 151.4. He says that he'll smash Little T's head in. He's a Muppet. And Little T comes back saying, I've been terrorizing him for years. He's getting knocked out. We find out as we send it to Haas.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our next bout of the evening schedule. 3 3-minute rounds in an exhibition bout welterweight division. And now, please welcome to the ring, Afghan Dan.
This has got to be one of the wildest matchups that we have had on Misfits in quite some time. Special guest in the booth, KSI. JJ, you're here. How did this come together?
Well, this fight, I can't wait, man. I remember back in the day when I was watching BG Media and all these guys just doing diss tracks on each other left, right, and center. To see them actually fighting in the ring, it's just unbelievable. I mean, the bad blood, you can see, it's been going on for years, man. They hate each other. They were like, yo, wait, we get to fight each other on Misfits? Yes. They didn't even talk about the weight or nothing. They were just there like, yes, we just want to fight.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the ring, Little T.
They used to be friends, but then Little T made a diss track on Afghan Dan with Dan's biggest rival, Dylan Brewer, and that has set them on this 10-year collision course. It all ends here in Manchester, right?
How Misfits is that, KSI? I remember the diss track days. I was there. And this is exactly what we got on Misfits. 61% to 39% for Little T. So the people think Little T is going to get it done, but I don't know.
We can kind of call this a rematch because Little T did jump Afghan Dan in the street in June of 2023. It looked like he was winning that one, KSI.
Yeah, I mean, it's very different in the streets and the boxing ring, man. But it's so crazy to see how he looks now as opposed to when he was rapping back in the day when he was 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in a welterweight exhibition bout. This bout is brought to you by Misfits Boxing and The Zone. and their proud sponsors, Prime Hydration, Steak.com, and Kick. This bout is sanctioned by the World Combat Sports Federation. Your supervisor in charge, Marion Paladin, and your timekeeper at the bell from England, Peter Lowe, and your 3 judges scoring ringside from Germany, George Milky, from Mongolia, Bayeskalan Sandag, and from England, Ian John Lewis. Your 3rd man in charge of the action in the ring from Switzerland, Sven Greife. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing the red with white trim. His official weight of 150 pounds bang on. And tonight, he is making his Misfits boxing debut. Hailing from Blackpool, England, United Kingdom. Introducing Afghan Dan! And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the white trunks. His official weight of 143.9 pounds. And tonight, he is also making his Misfits boxing debut. Hailing from Blackpool, England, United Kingdom. Introducing Little T!
No. Look to me. You follow my command all the time. Okay? Okay? Okay. I wish you a clean and a fair fight. Touch close. Good luck.
Sven Greife, 3rd man inside for this one. Looks like Afghan Dan's trying to break the rules before the fight even starts, JJ.
I mean, the bad blood is boiling between them, man. I mean, I'm not even going to say who said this, but someone said Afghan Dan looks like the alien from American Dad. And already they're swinging.
It's Afghan
They're
Dan
going
twisting
for
and turning. Little T.
Jeez. I knew this was going to be a scrapper.
Here, ringside, Ben the Bane Davis alongside Riley Osborne and the CEO, KSI. This is quite uncoordinated right now.
Afghan Dan with a windmill 5,000. Oh, he gets hit.
David might be stunned.
Technique out the window. All gas, no brakes.
What technique? What technique?
6, 7, 8.
You did mention Afghan Dan. He's kind of got, you know, an interesting...
Yeah, he's got that alien type head.
He's got a big target up there, that's for sure.
Little T.
Oh, quit one piece.
He keeps turning, JJ.
Which is terrible. Why are you letting him hit the back of your head? It's only big enough.
He's throwing with so much power, he's spinning so
Oh my gosh.
Sven Greife once again separating him. Afghan Dan saying that he wants to fight, but he just keeps turning his back to Little T.
Oh, Jesus.
He's broken every rule in boxing in just a round.
I don't know how many more times the referee can warn him. It's a pretty simple command. Stop turning around.
Just stand there and take a punch. Take it. Oh!
Here comes Little T.
Little T. Show them what's up. Oh, big right hook from Little T.
Throwing from the bleachers.
Come on, then. Come on, show me what you got.
He's as game as can be, but if he can just stop turning around.
How many times has he turned around, man?
If I could count, I'd tell you, but it must be 30 or 40 at this point.
A minute to go in the weirdest first round we've had in quite some time. Little T doesn't look bad against Afghan Dan here.
Little T is dominating. There's no two ways about it. He's landing with power, but look, they got 2 rounds left. Little T's looking a bit tired.
No, Afghan's got that crackhead energy, man. Look at his eyes, man. He's a freak.
Something different in that skull of Afghan Dan's.
Little T's blowing, though.
He's got 100% more thought power.
But I do agree with you, JJ. Little T taking a couple deep breaths here as we come to the final frames of round one.
Maybe Afghan Dan's going with the whole Homer Simpson approach. Taking a lot of damage and then hoping his opponent tires.
Honestly, if he is, it's working, because Little T looks pretty tired. Afghan Dan's still in there.
Shockingly, Afghan Dan has made it to the second round. Little T looking quite annoyed with his opponent here. It's kind of like a double jab that he's throwing.
Damn! Both going to the same corner.
I've never seen so much intensity with so little technique to back it up.
What an insane fight. I mean, we knew on paper this was going to be wild, Riley. It's turning out just as expected.
They've had 10 years of build-up, and now spinning back fist off the jump, but Little T bringing the heat forward. Afghan Dan can't even stand to face him, but when he turns, he's landing.
That's 3 different times that he turned his back in the first 10 seconds.
Oh,
the back fist connected,
wow,
JJ.
back fist. It's a technique, man. It's just a technique.
There's definitely a technique in other sports.
Well, let's say KSI round 2. What are you telling both guys?
Little T, keep it down the pipe.
Corners,
1, 2,
10
keep
seconds.
it going. And Afghan Dan, man, stop with the spinning, bro. You ain't Cinderella.
Seconds away. Round 2.
Little T taking his time on the stool.
Little T's looking tired, and Afghan Dan is not. If Afghan Dan can just figure out that if he faces his opponent, he can actually hit him better.
Afghan looks like he's just taking a line of coke, bro. Look at
That
him.
was said by KSI. T, no gas left in the tank potentially, but he shakes his head at that offering.
Look, this is what I was saying earlier. If you've got real beef with somebody, sometimes it can be harder to maintain the gas tank.
It's true. It's very true.
Afghan Dan with a jab there. Hands at the hips as he's retreating. Not really smart from Afghan Dan.
Yeah, just needs to keep his hands up. Throw some 1-2s, man. Oh!
Prince Rafi calling time here.
Referee's had enough.
Afghan Dan's getting a point deducted. Can't say I disagree with that decision.
No, it's a fantastic decision. It's the right decision. I believe there was a standing 8 count in the last one, so point deducted, 10-8 first round. He's pretty much got to stop him at this point, even if Little T doesn't want it.
Again.
I mean,
what just happened?
He's spinning. Sven's telling him stop spinning, but I don't think Afghan Dan can. I mean, it's in his bones.
This is decades of ballet training in the making.
There's a nice shot from Afghan Dan. Little T pushing forward.
Little T's had enough. He wants to end this. Oh no!
Afghan Dan wincing in pain. The right arm of Dan.
Oh, it's definitely
his shoulder might be dislocated.
The shoulder is definitely dislocated.
Wow.
Oh, his shoulder's actually done.
10 years of beef and he dislocates his shoulder.
The weight cut, 5,000.
Damn!
Not how you wanted this one to end.
What a crazy fight.
Oh my God.
I can tell you one thing though, that was all intensity while it lasted. There was 0 breaks. So intense that his arm just flew out of its socket at the end there.
A decade of bad blood between these two old Blackpool rappers. Little T beating Afghan Dan by way of TKO. KSI, that was as advertised.
Oh, bro, that was so entertaining. I knew this fight was going to be entertaining. Well played, bro. I mean, Little T came through, did what he needed to do. Afghan moving like a ballet dancer, trying to connect with some shots, failing. Maybe getting a few backhand shots here and there, but honestly, the boxing from him was terrible. Little T came through with smoke and actually landed well. And as you can see, goddamn, Afghan Dan's shoulder popping out after he tries to throw.
It was like a weird, it's like he's throwing a baseball and he just blew his shoulder right off of it. Right?
Yeah, the one time he tried to actually punch and he blows his shoulder out.
And can you imagine the power that we were missing out on if he just locks in for a second?
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute and 14 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by knockout, Little T.
You know, KSI, usually when fights end in injury, you might want to run it back for a more conclusive result, but I don't know if we need to see that again.
Nah, I don't think we need to see that again. I think it's done. I think whatever we've seen here, it's more than enough. Lil T is the victor. I can't wait to see the diss tracks. I can't wait to hear the album of diss tracks.
The Thunder comes to Nottingham next weekend as undefeated super lightweight Dalton Smith challenges Waleed Uza, looking to take a stand.